Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
It's good to be back, Mick.
We are back.
Had
I'm
a
yeah.
invitational.
Oh yeah.
Have a week off.
Yeah.
We
we earned that break, man. High five.
there you go.
Yeah.
Sort out. A little bit of life admin.
Yep.
And then back in the booth on the road to the 2018 Invitational. The long road begins now.
Oh man, it's going to be one whole year worth of casting. Yeah, if you regularly watch the stream, like it's on every Wednesday night. We're gonna start back up Tuesday night. I know we always say like it's on Tuesday and Wednesday night, but we're gonna start back up on Tuesday because standards getting a bit crazy. Standards getting a bit wonkers. So yeah. Anyway, we're watching a match here between Jeff Ng on the left and Edward Koch on the right. And
so Edward
spotting them sleeves, man.
Yeah, and then basic swamp into Inquisition of Kozilek. And then Jeff's hand was two Brimaz.
Oh, yeah.
The King of Oreskos, I believe it is. And a Detention Sphere, a Spell Queller, and some lands. Blue-white lands. This is...
Not great.
This is... And Chalice of the Void, actually. This is not a deck that I've seen in Modern before with Brimaz.
It's like... Yeah, Brimaz is an interesting case study. Okay, let's bring it. Yeah, let's bring up Brimaz.
The first card hit on the road to the 2018 Internationals, Brimaz, King of Oreskos.
God damn, Brimaz is like
the one and only time we bring this up.
Okay, so I don't know if you played Standard during Theros period, right?
No.
Do you know how Brimaz is back-breaking? Like this card, if unanswered, if you didn't have Hero's Downfall at that point in time, and like that was the only premium removal to get rid of Brimaz, like you're in trouble. But if you didn't follow up with like a Banishing Light the next turn, like you're in deep trouble. And Brimaz is it's so powerful. For 3 mana, you get a creature that's above the curve. It's 3/4, right? But then it's still got vigilance, right? And then, well, it enters the battlefield. It doesn't do anything, but when it blocks or when it attacks, you put a 1/1 white cat soldier token with vigilance onto the battlefield attacking. Notice it's not tapped. Yeah,
Yes,
it just enters. Yeah,
it just attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just attacks, and it's got vigilance, which means next time you can attack and still leave it up. So, by all means, this card is supposed to be great. This card is supposed to be like amazing, but it's not.
Yeah,
like,
so I think it suffers from a problem that a lot of good creatures have, is that they don't do anything when it doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield.
Yeah,
it's just a big body, and it'll bring along some cats if it gets to attack or block.
Yep.
Now the reality is that in Modern, if you want a big body, you probably go to Tarmogoyf, or your big body's a Gurmag Angler, which you can get out, for less, and it's bigger than Brimaz.
I know, but it goes wide. It's able to go wide. Well, okay, so if you want to go wide, Monastery Spear, you go like Edward is playing the Mardu Pyromancer deck, you go Pyromancer, right? But it's such a powerful card. I don't know why it's not, not played more in Modern.
Yeah, it's
strange.
I just think the thing is, it doesn't really have a home. So the white decks in Modern, white is very much a powerful answer color.
Right.
So it gives you
the
the powerful
universal,
answers. Yeah. So but the decks that it goes into are like, it's an Abzan, but they really only want it for, I guess,
the removal and kitchen things,
and
right.
potentially Lingering Souls, and then it's in Death Shadow, but again they only really want it for Lingering Souls. And then the white deck in the format is a mono white Eldrazi deck, a white black Eldrazi deck, or like
mono white like a hate bear.
And Brimaz doesn't really hate in the way that a Talia hates or a Leonin Arbiter hates. It's just an efficient creature. So it's interesting to see Jeff packing Brimazes. Yeah. And we'll see what the deck is interesting. So we've seen a Chalice of the Void.
Okay.
Then a tutor for another Chalice of the Void. And a second Chalice of the Void. So it's playing some sort of white blue prison deck, but with the 2 Brimazes. Yeah. Which is interesting. It's not something I've seen in Modern before.
So this is an interesting take on the deck. Like, okay, so Fatal Push there. Yeah. He's just going with Fatal Push to get more spells in the graveyard. I'm guessing he's got
Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah.
So he discarded a Bedlam Reveler to the Faith of Suiting earlier in the game.
So there must be at least one more in hand, because like you wouldn't you wouldn't really discard
Discard.
a Bedlam Reveler.
Unless you had a
honestly
second one.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, because
And this is strange. Like he's leaving up. He doesn't play his Lingering Souls, which is very strange. He could play the Lingering Souls, still leave up. Lightning Bolt.
gets countered
That's in his
by
hand.
Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, that does get counted.
Yeah.
Good point. But Lingering Souls doesn't.
No,
So-
well, yeah, because I guess Chalice of the Void only looks at the casting cost rather than the flashback or alternative cost, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah. And
So
then,
I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, right?
yeah, and then so Mishra's Bubble for Jeff.
Mm.
Interesting. This deck is just full of stuff, just full of things. Mishra's
It's
Bubble,
full of things.
Chalice of the Void, Brimaz, some blue white lands. Got Celestial Colonnade.
It's got stuff.
He's Spell Queller in the graveyard. Like, what's going on here? What are we doing?
It's got things,
It's got things.
It's got some things.
I assume the basic plan, like with most of the Chalice of the Void decks, is play Chalice of the Void early, stop you like playing Magic, and then gradually find a way to beat you.
Well, I guess Brimaz is part of that answer.
Yeah.
Well, Geist are saying
Yeah,
okay,
well,
so Brimaz or Geist are saying trough.
yeah,
Geist, right?
Geist, I think so.
Geist, you slam it on the table like
Yeah.
you can't deal with it.
Geist doesn't look that good in the face of Lingering Souls, though. That's the thing,
True.
You just
That's
just throw both of the spirits in front of the Geist, and then you did 4 damage, but whatever. The bigger problem is the Geist.
That's true.
So
Yeah, but I mean, like Fatal Push is
Yeah.
Fatal Push is a card. Like
Yeah. I mean,
Path to Exile is still a card.
I
But
think-
that's why you play the what you call it?
the Chalices of Void, yeah. Here we see a Bedlam Reveler. There we go. And you can discard 2 lightning bolts, which he can't play. Jeff's reading Bedlam Reveler, obviously not keeping up with the person on Moda who went 44 competitive
44
leagues.
wins.
220 wins.
Well, that's 44
leagues
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks ago. That's 220 games.
Yeah.
220 game wins in 5, sets of 5.
Easy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Easy.
Shane Boyer is asking, what card game is this? Well, the sleeves are probably from Wei Schwartz, but the card game is Magic the Gathering. If you heard of it, it's a small game. It's a very obscure game.
Relatively new, right?
It's I don't know.
It's only the best gosh
Yeah.
darn game in the world.
Well, no, Hearthstone players will tell you no.
But they're wrong.
Hearthstone is the best, and then
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh players will come in and it's like,
But
no,
they're objectively
Yu-Gi-Oh is
wrong.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the best. Yu-Gi-Oh is objectively the best. But I can tell you which one really is the best card game in the world. And it should have been Initial D. I don't know if we talked about Initial D before, but Initial D is really the best card game I've ever played.
I've literally never heard of this.
Oh man, it's by what's that? Tokyo Print? Tokyo, I
Okay.
don't know what's that. But anyway, yeah. Best card game ever. If any of you in the chat has ever played Initial D,
So it's-
do put your hands up.
So we've got a judge ruling, and Mick is being summoned from the booth to the feature match table. I think the problem is resolving around Mishra's Bubble. For those of you who don't know, Mick is the resident level 1 judge who's on standby on Modern Wednesday. So he not only oversees the production of the video and does the commentary, but he's also he's dispensing rulings, as you can see the hand of Mick on the screen at the moment. So we'll get his take on what's happening when he gets back to the booth. But as you can see from the board state, pretty convincing position for Jeff at the moment. Chalice of the Void on 1, Chalice of the Void on 2, Bedlam Reveler for Edward, but just sort of looks glumly at the Brimaz. Obviously Bedlam Reveler 3/4 with Prowess. Brimaz a 3/4 that can block it and then brings a 1/1 Vigilance token with it to block, so it can actually just take care of the Bedlam Reveler with no spells. And it looks like what's happened is there's been a random shuffle of Jeff's deck. I think that's something to do with the Mishra's Bubble. I think we're going to move on with the game state here. Yeah, the player's continuing. Jeff, I think, just considering his options, we can see in hand at the moment Detention Sphere, another Brimaz, and a Disallow. That's the 1 blue for counter target spell or activated ability. So Mick,
Yes.
back in the booth.
Yep.
What happened there? Something to do with Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah, okay. So, Mishra's Bauble. And I guess Jeff, Jeff not too familiar with the deck. So, Mishra's Bauble, Mishra baubles during his turn. Goes to the opponent's turn. You're supposed to draw the card on the next upkeep that you crack the bauble. Yeah? So, he didn't. And he let his opponent go the entire turn. And then it goes back to his turn and he draws. And then he says, okay, I'm going to draw for a bauble. And he draws the card immediately. And then Edward goes wait. You're supposed to draw that last turn. So this is, it's a mistrigger. It's a mistrigger for all intents and purposes. Right? So, and then Edward saying, yeah, okay, you can draw the card, whatever, the thing. So it is, okay, it is regular Aria. Okay, but like I said, the rules are the rules. It is a mistrigger. If it's possible to go back and back up to the point where, okay, we go to this portion where, we back up, we go to this portion where you can do that thing to draw a card, whether it makes a difference or not. In this case, it almost doesn't make a difference, but, we go back to, we can't go back all the way.
Yep.
We can't go back all the way to Edward's turn because, Edward here, discarded cards and, he played a Bedlam Reveler, he does discarded cards and stuff like that. So, had that card on top been, I don't know, Path to Exile would have been counted anyway.
Yep.
So, it's a weird situation, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, and you saw that Jeff put the dice on, he obviously knew. Put the dice on top of his deck to go, right, remember to draw. He thought it was his next
turn.
upkeep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. So, now you'll never forget.
Yeah,
now's a good thing.
Mishra's Bubble, one of those weird cards from Cold Snap.
Right.
Where it's just
delayed triggers.
Yeah, they would never ever make that card nowadays. That's not a card they would ever make. So it's just the little nuances of it. It's next upkeep rather than your next upkeep. It's just a bit a bit strange.
And that's the main thing. You have to what we call it RTFC.
Yeah,
I would like to
read the card.
Read the card. Yeah, I would like to call it RTMFC. That's the error.
Yeah.
That you commit. But it's generally a game rule violation.
Yeah, and we see here, Jeff had the Detention Sphere for the Bedlam Reveler. And then attacks the Brimaz. Edward puts 4 Lingering Souls tokens in front of it, just to get it off the board.
Just to get rid of the Brimaz.
Yeah,
right?
and you see it resolve.
I don't know if Jeff here has. Well, he has another.
He has a second
right?
Brimaz in hand. Yeah, so it's good, great for him.
Just let it be, man.
Just I don't think there's too much to fight over. Just play. Oh, he's passing back. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay,
wow.
No, he's keeping up the Spell Queller.
I'll say keep up Spell Queller.
Because
but what is Spell Queller countering?
Blood Moon.
It's countering Blood Moon, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's spell countering that Chalice of the Void isn't, but it's...
what's that one red gonna do, man? Lightning Bolt and cancel?
Yeah, well, yeah, and Edwards had enough. Not interested once the Blood Moon got cancelled.
So yeah, Jeff here, manages to win the game. Chalice of the Void.
Good magic card.
Best magic card?
No, good magic card.
Guys, I think Edward's name is Cole, not Cock. Okay.
Oh, the DCI.
Thanks.
The DCI I've got it wrong.
DCI is going, hey, it's Edward Cole. And the score now is 1-0 to Jeff. Yeah. So, weird deck. I have to say, not the ordinary, not the usual deck.
Feels just like a Chalice of the Void deck. In different colours. He's got Trinket Mage to search up the Chalice of the Void, just in case.
You know what this feels like? It's a Blue Moon. Except it's
in blue-white. Yeah,
except it's not got no more Blood Moon.
Unless we missed the red entirely. He's just I got red. I got red.
Come on.
It's
give me more credit, man.
Just a testament to the fact that you can pretty much do whatever you want in Modern.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just do whatever you want. There was a
Shake going crazy. It's like, what? Blue white deck runs Chalice? Yeah,
this
man.
one.
That's
This
the
one.
new deck tag, man.
this one right here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I was just thinking earlier, there was a really interesting article on Channel Fireball today, actually, by
Mhm.
Eric Froelich about, you know, modern is amazing.
Oh,
It shouldn't, you know.
Of course he has to write that. Like, he
but
wants to sell cards.
modern is amazing, but I don't want to play at the Pro Tour, and it should never be a Pro Tour format. And his basic premise was, you know, like you can literally play whatever you want in modern.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
once you know, there's too many decks, and once the pros have to test, it's, you know, it's hard to get a metagame edge, and you know there are just some matchups that are unwinnable. And you know, when there's a lot of money on the line, you don't really want to be playing modern.
You don't want to play a scissors, paper, a game of scissors, paper, stone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he gave you you know, the example that, you know, if you're Merfolk, like you basically don't even sideboard for affinity because the matchup's so bad anyway that even having sideboard cards is like gonna turn like a 90% matchup to an 80% matchup. You're like, well, what's the point? I may as well just like take my loss. I may as well just, you know, like I'm just accepting the reality that
Why don't I just go 2-0, have a good lunch,
exactly, yeah,
and
yeah.
now I'll be back.
You know,
I'll be back.
affinity. I'll die in 12 minutes. I'll go and have a nice walk. You know, get some, you know,
Yeah, get a smoke.
cup of, you know,
a
cup of coffee
beer,
or
yeah.
something like that. So yeah, so it's
I was gonna say mug of beer.
Yeah,
but
well,
I think that will affect your.
the
your
person at
play
the Pro
next
Tour
time.
drinking mid rounds is a very bold person indeed, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you know that's true. That, you know, we've seen Jeff just bring this random pile of cards to the table,
Yeah,
and it's got game. Like, who would have ever thought Brimaz would be in a modern deck? I knew it was Brimaz. I know what the photo did. I know what the photo was. I know what it did. But you know, like who's you know, but you know, you can play Brimaz in modern if you want to.
If you want to, yeah, exactly. Zutfina saying hello, greetings from Netherlands. Hi, Zutfina. Haven't seen you in a while, like a long while. Welcome back to the show. Earlier on there was a comment. I think Super H was saying please feature Sulaiman spicy deck. Where's Sulaiman?
They think he's in the room. Maybe he is.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's hidden.
all right. He's hidden from your view from all the boxes of goddamn
Iconic Masters.
Goddamn it, Wizards.
It's going down. It's going down. The
It
number of
might as
boxes.
well be toilet paper at this point.
Oh, that's
like-
unfair.
No, it's about right.
That's unfair.
Even my mana drains are like worthless.
Are
I-
they?
I
They're not
open up,
worthless.
I opened up mana drains and like foil good stuff, man. I was like, I should have sold it.
Should have done.
Yeah, shoulda,
Shoulda
woulda,
done.
coulda.
So
Didn't.
yeah, Modern Masters 2017 opened up a Damnation and a Limvala. Immediately sell them.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, no, Damnation sold. Damnation sold.
Straight
Because
away.
I got my Judge Foil Damnation.
course you
I don't
do.
need. Yeah, I don't need
Well, you know,
like some ordinary cardboard without like a shiny side Damnation.
well,
Yeah.
you know, the reality is that, you know, Damnation was a, you know, it was a
Damnation still a good card.
price is a function of supply and demand, and
Oh yeah.
you know, it's a supply side issue rather than a demand side issue.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
the second the supply changes, it just moves completely instead.
Well, I would say it's a supply. It's not high in supply. Okay, so something like Daybreak Coronet.
Oh,
When they reprinted that in MM2, the MM 20
yeah, 2015, yeah.
Oh, that was like the case study of, man, the supply is really low.
Yeah, it's the same for Horizon Canopy now. Like, you know, it was like $90, and then it's, you know, it's gone down so
that's
much.
true. Yeah, so you know these are like supply issues.
Weird cards in old Planar Chaos, and it's always
God
Planar
damn.
Chaos. It's
It's
always
always
Time
Planar.
Spiral. It's always Time Spiral Planar
God
Chaos.
damn it.
It's always like, come on, guys. Like, there was like 700 rares in that set, and like, you know, only 2 boxes were opened. So
Don't you get it?
Yeah.
Don't you get it?
it's
Oh, man.
yeah,
Jeff here starts out with a ley line
Yeah.
of
a great
ley
start.
line of sanctity. Yeah, but
Well, yeah, it protects him against Edward's discard, and I guess against lightning bolts to the face. But
yeah.
you know, I don't know if it's as good in this matchup as it is, for example, against Burn, where they really want to just be, you know, lava spiking you. And
I guess you want to. I mean, like you want to protect your cards, right? But I would have
Yeah.
put in. Maybe,
there it is.
Okay.
Chance for them 1.
All right.
Wow.
And Edward here is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's-
it's like emergency marsh flats
that-
cracking. Like,
that's-
let's find some land. Let's do something.
That's 20% of my deck. Okay.
You know,
Alright.
I guess
And you
know,
see Blood Moon, like Blood Moon is not gonna affect Chalice of the Void at all.
No.
Like zero effect on Chalice of the Void.
and the fact that Edward's gone for a plane suggests that he really wants to go turn 3 blood. Oh, there's the Blood Moon in the front hand. Yeah,
right.
the second he went and got the planes, yeah, and I presume he goes and gets
He
a
gets
basic
swamp,
swamp now. Yeah, you see it coming like a mile away. You're like, oh no, he's got planes going to get a swamp. Just there's
I'm
Blood Moon.
surprised that Jeff here didn't look out for a planes, because like enchantment removal isn't white.
It is.
So you saw the Blood Moon the last game.
Yeah, and he's sinking. Oh god, what have I got? Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So he's gonna,
Planes? No.
no.
All right. Planes? No. Planes? He's got Disallow. Disallow is an interesting card to have in the deck.
Yeah, it's
It's like a catch-all.
It's like I guess it's like what acted. So you presumably only have it in the deck to counter activated abilities. Because you don't want to. Because if you just want to counter a spell, there are better, cheaper ways to do it. You can just play like a Mana Leak Mana Leak is realistically in Modern always going to be a counter spell.
Yep.
Because of the how much tax. How taxed and strained the land bases are. Like you're never going to have. Someone's not going to have like 3 lands to pay for Mana Leak in this very late game. So the question is, what does what activated ability does Disallow want to counter? So Disallow 1 blue from Amonkhet for counter target spell activated ability.
Yep.
It's
It's like a catch-all. It's a catch-all.
What is it? Are you countering like Emrakul triggers? Is that what it is?
No. This is what you counter. You counter Kitchen Finks persist triggers.
Oh.
Man, that catches people off guard. Can you imagine? You go
would
and
be-
sacrifice. Okay, so you tell your opponent, okay, I'm gonna start the. I have all the pieces for the combo, and then you look at them in the eye with like three blue mana open and say, yeah,
that's fine.
show
That's
me.
fine. Yeah.
And the first time he goes to sacrifice the Kitchen Finks and go like, nope. I'm gonna stop the Kitchen Finks from coming back.
Yeah. No,
And then you're all just like dumb and silly.
yeah. Well, I guess it's for that, but that is very niche still.
That's very neat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's still a counter spell. It's a counter spell.
The thing is, the difference in Modern between a 3-mana counter spell and a 2-mana counter spell is so much. Like in Standard,
True.
everyone's just used to having your counter spells are either Essence Scatter or Negates, which only counter like half. So you're like, I need Essence Scatter for the creatures, Negates for the other stuff, Spell Pierce, whatever is slightly less good.
Yep.
And then you're like, but if I really want a real counter spell, I have to play Cancel, or I have to play Disallow at the moment, or I have to, people in Standard condition that 3 is the right, 3 is the counterspell number. But in Modern, there's more stuff.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
like,
do.
2 mana. No, I need Unified Will.
Yeah, exactly.
I need,
So there's stuff like Logic Knot,
Stubborn
for example.
Denial. Oh yeah, Logic
It's
Knot.
just
It's like
like-
double blue.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
double
fine.
blue is good. Double blue is
But
good.
just delving is so good, especially in Modern way. Just fetch lands, and then Mana Leak, like we said, and then Remand as well. Just the tempo play.
Wow.
Well, I
Okay,
found it.
wait. Yeah. So yeah, I just have to hats off, man. Like I don't know how many basic lands you play, but Jeff, you just took the cake.
So do you
Like the cake.
what does he do? Does he exile the Blood Moon, or does he go for the Spirit tokens?
You go for the spirit tokens.
You go for the Spirit tokens.
Yep.
You just so
You
so he's got 2 Detention Spheres in hand.
He's got 3
He
detention
got 3.
spheres in
Just
there,
wait.
yeah.
It's just Detention Sphere. Yeah. Such sadness.
Just suck it all up.
First one,
Suck
yeah, there
it
it
all
is.
up. And if Edward here, like Edward can't even kill his own tokens at the moment. Like he's got red mana, but he can't play lightning bolts. He can't play fatal pushes.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Oh, careful. So slippery anime sleeves.
Yeah, it's the third layer of sleeves.
So Finn asking in chat, what do we think about Blood Sun in Modern? Red Tron.
Bad.
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 That's the short answer.
Yeah.
I just don't think it has a home at the moment. Why? The Tron deck already has like quite a lot of pieces, quite a lot of fixed pieces. Like it's hard to see where it would come in and for what matchups it would come in for, unless you really want to play a really sort of hoser Tron deck.
Yeah.
Oh wow, here we go.
There we go.
Colligans,
Okay.
come on.
Gonna get rid of your
Chalice of the Void.
Chalice of Void. So Edward had this. I mean, like he had this in the main deck. Yeah.
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just maybe more in the sideboard.
Yeah. Not a bad card though.
Yep. Really good card.
Yeah, and then Mardu,
And you're gonna take,
young Pyromancer just getting some tokens. I'll say can't. So they're saying can't target Jeff.
Yeah, so he just target himself. Right?
Well, I think he returned a card from his
No,
graveyard.
there
He
were
returned
no-
a card from the graveyard.
No, there were no creatures in the graveyard. Were there?
Well, I thought there was. Maybe there were.
Anyway, yeah, I mean he can target himself, like target player takes 2
yeah,
points of
I think
damage.
that's fine.
No,
so-
no biggie.
So then you just look at, does Edward play another detention sphere here, or do you just like getting the Brimaz on the table because it's just a roadblock?
Yeah, no, the Brimaz is like 100%.
It seems like Edward's going to win this game with Lingering Souls tokens. If it goes, that's his road to victory because the ground's just going to get clogged up super quickly.
Well, he has the ability to kill the Brimaz anyway. Oh, he can't cast the Brimaz, right?
Oh no, you can't.
Double
You're right.
white,
Yeah, double white.
Okay,
sorry.
so detention sphere gonna get rid of the Blood Moon.
Well, now he can.
Okay, so now he can. Well, he's got a third. Look at that. He's got a third detention
Got
sphere.
all
He's-
of the detention spheres.
Yeah, Jeb's hand is just gas. Full stop. Like, it'll be hard to imagine that he doesn't win this game. He's got the Leyline of Sanctity on the battlefield. Okay, so I think Edward here might be thinking of. Does he have red mana? Yeah, he does. What's that card? Not Fatal Push.
What we got? Lightning Bolt? No. We're going to see
Oh, okay.
another young Pyromancer.
Right.
Pass the turn back. So every time he casts a non-creature spell, he's going to get 2 1/1 elementals.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty decent. Now what was I thinking? Right. He's got
Oh, they
Faithless Looting.
Oh, interesting.
There we go.
They-
Okay.
They
yeah.
never see the third detention sphere
Yeah.
coming.
Oh no, of course not. Like
They see the first one, they might
it's
see the
too
second
easy,
one.
yeah.
The third one, they never see it coming. Just look at that board.
Too easy. Hey, Jamie, can you close the door? Jamie.
So Thoughtseize there. I think
Thoughtseize
he's
just-
just discarding. Yeah. to
Oh,
Faithless
okay, so
Looting.
Faithless Looting there. Yeah,
Just in.
triple detention sphere. Pretty good, I say. I don't know about you.
Wonder if Edward had the older wear and tears in the sideboard. Your favourite modern sideboard
man,
card.
Yeah.
Goes nicely in the Mardu Pyromancer deck.
Yeah, actually, wear and tear is like pretty good. Like,
Gets
but you have
Finity.
to, you'd have to cast both wear and tear to get past a Chalice of the Void. Usually,
Yeah.
because then there'll be like a 3 mana spell.
Yeah, but you get the wear on the Chalice and then the tear on. I guess they have to have an enchantment on the field as well.
Yeah, so you can tear first,
Yeah.
and then your second wear and tear, then you can wear away the ley line. Well, if you got like 3 mana, why not just wear and tear? Come on,
Exactly.
man. Come on.
Wow, and Jeff passed without playing Brimaz, and he's got Spell Queller in hand. So I
Yeah,
think
he's got
just,
Spell Queller, so he might just run it out for no value, which is pretty bad because
If you're
like
gonna
it
do
dies
that
to Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, if you're going to do that to block, presumably you just play Brimaz to block because it doesn't die to Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, I know. I think Jeff might be worried about a second
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon, yeah. But if you were
Yeah.
worried about a second Blood Moon, you would just, run out that Brimaz.
Now, because you don't have the second planes to play it.
Oh, wow. Edward here chose not to bolt the Spell Queller.
Interesting. He might be going for the direct damage to your face to win the game.
But
route.
you can't.
I can't, of course.
You
yeah.
can't. You got Leyline and Sanctity, so I think there was a slight misplay there, or I don't know, man.
We'll see what his plan is.
Yeah, and cracking the fetch here.
Get untapped.
Cracking the fetch here not ideal because your fatal pushes are less effective. You know that, or it looks from your opponent's deck that everything in his deck is 3 mana cost, 3 CMC.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, there we go. So Bedlam Reveler.
Okay, so Bedlam Reveler. He doesn't. That's what boggles me. Like he didn't bolt
the Spell Queller.
the Spell Queller. Does he still think that the Chalice of the Void is on the battlefield? Like,
Well, he used Colligan's command on it, so he knows it's not.
yeah, that's.
Yeah. It's,
No, I know he needed the second red for the Bedlam Reveler, but like you losing that extra token is and your lightning bolt's like kind of useless, so you might as well just go for it, right? And then maybe faithless looting.
Jeff's got 2 Brimaz. Brimaz looks really good against Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah. Yep.
This looks so good. Just blocks all day.
But it doesn't have prowess, unlike the Bedlam Reveler.
It doesn't, but it brings a +1/+1 token with it to block. So if
I know.
if it's unprowessed, the Bedlam Reveler, you can kill it without it killing your Brimaz.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you'd be a bit worried, right?
Yeah, but I'd still probably throw that Brimaz straight in front of it and make them have it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, he chooses not to.
It's interesting. What is he? What's he looking at? Like, what's he worried about? I guess Blood Moon.
Oh, okay, so here we go. Another spell queller, maybe a disallow. Disallow.
Oh,
Disallow. Now should be the
4 mana.
4 mana. Oh, cryptic command. Okay, so
that's not bad.
counter, tap all your guys. Oh no, bounce it back to your hand.
It's
Okay.
interesting. So he's going to give Edward another spin of the top of the deck.
Oh jeez.
It's
Man, I like
interesting.
that. I like to get more cards.
Yeah, you like to get more cards. I'm not sure Jeff necessarily wants Edward to get more
Of
cards.
course not.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course he
interesting why he
doesn't.
bounced that. I mean,
I would have just tapped like all the creatures, right?
Bounce the token because then it just goes away forever.
3 mana, lingering souls. Okay,
here
so
we go.
there's a clock now.
Yeah. So it's a 2-turn clock.
So yeah.
Another cryptic command though.
So-
That's going to be good.
What I love, okay, another thing I love about like watching people play. So when we stream, right, you don't just know, you don't just like figure out like what's the best play, in certain situations. What I love is to read people and their tells show up on camera, and when you're watching them, like they're not. Usually, you're not aware of your tells. Are you?
Yeah, no,
No,
you're
right?
Not. They're
You-
your tells. If you were aware of them, you would know how to.
Then
get
you
rid
know,
of
yeah. Then you wouldn't be telling, right? So like you can see Edward here, like he's got no more gas in hand. Like the way he puts himself, like he's got no more gas in hand. A little bit frustrated, of course, by the triple detention sphere. But I think if Jeff has like an answer to the spirit tokens, then Edward's kind of just blown out of the water.
Yeah, and the cryptic command is a good temporary answer. Basic question: does he just leave up cryptic command again and again? And he's got because the Brimaz just looks rubbish against lingering souls tokens.
Wow. Okay, so he just passes the turn. But
Again,
the
so
Brimaz is like 5 turns late. It should have
come down when the turn after the Blood Moon, when he had the mana available.
Right. When he spell quellered the did he spell queller the Blood
another
Moon?
Bedlam Reveler. Oh,
Okay, so the same.
Same, but another one. Yeah,
But
here we go.
another
So
one.
counter,
All right,
and
so
then tap all your creatures to prevent a
cryptic
combat.
command.
Yeah, tap. Yeah, there we go.
tap all your guys.
Not
Okay,
bad.
so I think that was a better option.
But you still got to answer. Oh, detention's been number 4.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so
Cast it on the lingering souls token.
so maybe sometimes you don't need talent. Like
maybe.
you need talent to draw.
Well,
to
the
draw
thing is,
stuff off
lingering
the top
souls
of
can
your-
still be flashed back.
Yeah. So do you wait? No, I don't think you wait, because like if you
Yeah, he's looking.
if you
he's
wait,
looking. I mean, what you could do is play Brimaz, and then he'll attack you for 2 in the air of lingering souls, and then potentially
and then
flash
pop
it back
and then
to kill you the next turn, and then play
and then that's when
detentions,
you fire off the
detentions,
detentions. Yeah. Okay, that's a good line.
You like that? That's
I
a
like
bit
that, I
risky.
like that a lot.
That's a bit risky.
I like that a lot.
Because that bait, yeah. So, here we go. Is he going to do it?
Okay.
This is risky because if he kills,
If-
if they kill the Brim, and he's got Colligan's command in
Ooh,
hand as well.
ooh. Okay, so I'm going to deal 2 damage to me. I'm going to take back my Bedlam Reveler. Okay. Draw.
Yeah.
Does he have a dead land there?
So
Okay.
young Pyromancer.
Pyromancer. Because I mean like 4 detention spheres,
Bedlam Reveler. Here we go. God, Bedlam Reveler just put in serious work.
Yep.
Draw 3. And this might be enough here.
No, he's got a flashback. Like, okay, so to get back immediate value from the what's his name?
The young Pyromancer.
Young Pyromancer, yeah. He's
Yeah.
probably gonna flash back, the lingering souls.
And this is what we talked about, where now Jeff can just say, "Right, got you." Faithless Looting, trigger, young Pyromancer, get an elemental token.
Get an elemental token, draw 2, discard 2,
Discard
another Faithless Looting, and then
lot of cards in the old graveyard now. Come on, flash the lingering souls back.
Come on, you can do it, man. You can do it.
Attack for 2.
You can do it.
Down to 4.
Down to 4.
Oh, he's past the turn back. That's disappointing.
Does he know? Are we like too loud? Does he know that there's another?
I don't think so.
Come on, he's got to do right.
I hate it when a plan falls apart.
Oh,
I had it down.
Yeah,
down.
that was the right one.
No,
that was exactly the right.
I think it was right. And then you see, obviously, Colligan's command: get back bed and Reveler, draw 3 cards, play young Pyromancer, play loads of spells, get more elementals.
And then then you got Lethal on board.
Yeah.
And then okay, do you have the answer or not? And obviously Jeff has the answer, but that's what you put your opponent to. So.
It's like a very precarious position for Jeff here. I don't think there's such a critical mass of attackers that he needs to. And Brimaz can only block 1 creature, and then the token he gets only blocks 1 creature. Well, he's got an Elspeth Knight Errant in hand. Is that what that is? Yeah. What is this deck?
Cool, I suppose. Does Elspeth give it lifelink? I don't think so, right? Okay,
it gives it +2/+2/+2 and flying, right?
Yeah, +2/+2 flying. One of them.
Let's have a look.
Now Gatherer is down.
It's fine. We can use
we'll
the magic of the internet.
Yep. Googly, Elspeth Knight Errant. And Google says, I wonder if we click here.
+1
Nope.
No, so it's +1, create a soldier token.
And then
+1,
+3,
+3 and flying.
flying. Yeah, so no lifelink. Unfortunately. Well, man, lifelink would just totally destroy this game. So let's see.
Detention Sphere on the Lingering Souls tokens.
Okay.
Those detention spheres.
Right.
Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah.
All
He
right.
doesn't have
So he
anything else to
passes
do.
the Brimaz. Okay. So Jeff here only has like 4 life left.
Thoughtseize.
But he can't target his opponent. He has to target himself.
And he has to lose 2 life as well.
Yeah, he's got to lose 2 life. He's got to discard his own card. Yeah.
And I think Jeff picked it up.
Yeah.
Just gone right. You got me.
Well, I hope here Jeff, shuffles the other cards back in, because otherwise he'll be presenting an illegal deck, man. I've done that before.
Have you?
Yeah. I stole somebody else's card. So I think we were at GP Warsaw. Was it GP Warsaw? I don't know. One of the SEAL events. And then we play, and then he plays an enchantment that taps down my creature, and we're playing like roughly the same colored sleeves. And so like this is the 3rd game, he plays the enchantment. It's like, okay, cool. I scoop out my cards, and then I proceed to go home. It was a fast game. So I told Jan, I'm gonna take a break, go home, go get my EDH deck, and come back tonight. Let's go play some EDH. So I leave. And then Jan calls me like about an hour later, tells me, hey man, I think you got somebody else's card in your deck. I'm like,
oops.
No, I'm pretty sure I don't. And I look through my deck and it's like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And I caused him a game loss.
Wow.
I felt so bad. And I know this guy, Poznan is a small place. So we go like to the same shop. And I'm like, the next time I saw him, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, man. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But we were in like the X2 bracket, so it didn't really matter much. But yeah, the day I will never not return my opponent his cards.
Messages don't steal cards, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't just ruin your life, you ruin other people's lives.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Jan was my mentor, and at that period I was becoming the level 1 judge that I am today. And like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I did bad. I did bad.
So we've got about 10 minutes left on the clock, and I think this is the last game
Yep.
left, and just playing a very methodical pace.
That's a nice way to describe it. I
That's
wouldn't
what
be
I was.
so, yeah.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was being generous.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Players out there, you gotta play on your opponent's turn. The board state. Everybody says like, man, it's a complicated board state. No, it's not a complicated board state. You were here when this board state appeared.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's cumulative.
It's
so
cumulative, yeah,
you're just
exactly.
adding pieces of the puzzle, and you're not creating a new puzzle every time.
Unless you're drawing 3 cards now.
Yeah.
Like, you should be having the solution to your puzzle already, and shouldn't you shouldn't be thinking about it on your turn. You should be thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
While you're playing.
So we'll see. So Jeff, is he keeping his 6? I think he's got a couple of lands.
Yeah.
He's throwing it back. Not interested. Cryptic Command, three dual lands. Don't know what he's looking for.
I don't know. Detention Sphere.
Maybe.
Detention Sphere.deck.
Detention Sphere is good against Lingering Souls tokens.
Oh, yeah,
Elemental
for sure.
tokens. It's good against those as well.
He's obviously looking for some Chalice of the Voids, for sure. And, something to fight against Blood Moon, I suppose.
Yeah.
And especially since he's on the play. Like, he gets to have Spell Queller mana up. 1 land, though. Oh. No, he gets to scry. Yeah, scry, please.
Yeah, I just wonder, is this 5-card hand better than the 6-card hand he kept? Because he's on the draw. He's on the play as well. So, yeah, right. So we go.
Glacial Fortress.
The new art Glacial Fortress. Don't know how I feel about that. I like the old one. The old one was a fortress made of ice.
Yeah.
The new one is... There's an inference of ice somewhere.
The inference.
I'm not sure what part of Ixalan, which is supposed to be Mesoamerica, is icy, but that's fine.
It's the north of Ixalan, man. Like it's like
the
Arctic portion of Ixalan.
Of course,
maybe?
it hasn't actually been proved that Ixalan has poles, so I'm not sure if north or south or east or west are cold, or where the middle's cold. Or
Oh no.
yeah, and Jess kept a 1-land hand. We saw his hand Cryptic, Spell Queller, Trinket Mage. Oh, he's got Mishra's Bubble though. Just draw that.
Okay.
Play
You'll
it now.
never, yeah.
Play it now. Look, then draw a card.
You'll never forget. Like now, I will. Look.
Come on, just what are you doing? Just dab it.
Come on, Jeff. You gonna draw a card? Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card first.
Yeah. So he's gonna. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this game. I think this game's got away from him.
Is there Lingering Souls here? No Lingering Souls. Okay. Alright. No. You don't put it back. No, it's not a scry, buddy. It's not a scry. Mishra Bauble, one of the most expensive uncommons until Iconic Masters came about. Yeah, that's not a scry. You gotta draw it, bro. Doesn't work that way. Alright, Lightning Bolt you. Down to 3. Kolagan's Command? Nope. Sorry, no Kolagan's Command, yeah.
No, it's I think Edward knows that Jeff's just got no lands. He's got to be thinking about just getting in there as quickly as possible now.
Oh wow! And then he leaves. Come on.
And still no land.
No lands.
No land. Yeah, I mean, Edward, come on! You've got to be throwing burn at the face now. Let's go. Yeah. Lightning bolts.
Kolagan's commands.
Yeah, Kolagan's punches. Do all of that.
Yeah, just discard a card. It's okay. Any card will do. I don't care. Like you're not casting anything. Like everything in your deck is 3 mana and above. So. Meng Xuan 11 saying, I think he should have taken the Chalice. Yeah, I agree. Like you look at your opponent's hand, and they're not casting anything. So why not take the Chalice? I agree.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. Like Edward chose not
because
to.
you get to 1 Chalice. You get on 1 mana sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So Chalice on 1 will shut down your deck. Whereas Spell Queller, he needs 2 more lands, and then you need to play something, which will really be efficient.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Okay, so does he have a Lightning Bolt?
There's the Sea Chrome Coast.
Oh, finally.
Only 5 turns too late. Yeah, Chalice Avoid on 1.
Chalice on 1. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, so he's got it. Yeah. I love it.
That's a token.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got wear and tear.
Warrington.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. You know.
confirmed.
Your
It has
favorite,
been
your
confirmed.
favorite card. In Modern, your favorite
one of
sideboard
my
card?
favorite sideboard cards.
One of your
I
favorite
won't say
sideboard
it's
card.
my favorite sideboard card, but it's one of
Attack for 5.
Attack for 5.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt you.
What are you doing? What's going on?
Just
Oh,
passes
it
then,
doesn't
okay.
have it. Another. Oh, basic planes. There we go.
All right.
Right, we
We're in
got. Let's
business, we're in
see.
business.
Let's see. Let's make some plays now. You know, but nothing in hand. So it's 2 cryptic commands and Elspeth Knight Errant. Yeah, and he's
That's
not.
it,
He's
yeah,
not
and triple
interested.
bait Lamb Reveler.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I know. That's the thing about, like, we just talked about it, that when you watch the stream, you get to watch like people's behaviors and people's tells, more importantly, and that's how I can beat Jeffrey. That's how I can beat Jeffrey, because I know when Jeffrey. Now I know. You know, I watch him enough to know, like, this is how he acts when he's got all lands. And I was like,
I think Jeffrey's in the Facebook watching
yeah,
on Facebook.
I know. You
So
know.
we'll see if Jeffrey
Yeah, when Jeffrey has all lands, I know exactly like how you
got that
He
soul
tries
read.
to stone poke. He tries to like stonewall you, but there's a little bit of like hand movement where he draws the card off the deck, and then like the face twitches a little bit.
That's how Mark and Hao has a good win rate against Jeffrey also.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know exactly like how Jeffrey reacts when he draws that 20th land off the top of the deck. All right, we're going for a short break. That's the end of round 1. But really, really short.
I think it's the last or still almost game.
Yeah, there's still no. I think that's last game. No, Martin is still going.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. Of course, it's Martin because he plays Dredge.
and he turned up 10 minutes late.
Oh, okay, that's true. That's true. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time, so don't go away. I'll put on a replay of our invitationals. Right, you can join us on the stream. Remember, every Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. We put up all the replays on youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games, and do check out our website, greyogregames.com, to find out how you can be part of the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals for 2018. And something I did pick up from streaming with Jensen over the weekend. If you do like our stuff, remember to like, share, and subscribe all of our on all our social media channel type places. I'm not good at this.
All social media.
Also, all social media.
All social medias.
Place things. Yeah,
Twitter.
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Check out the Instagram. You'll see photos of cards.
Yeah, you'll see photos of cards and then photos of Danny trying to imitate a card. All right, we'll be right back. So don't go away.